Little local talent on AFN Today coming up next. Ken Washington, who is an Air Force sergeant who is with AFN Shape and has suddenly cut a record that is out on a pretty decent label in Belgium. We're going to hear it in just a couple of seconds. It's called Saturday Night Fish Fry. But, Ken, how did you fall into this thing anyway?
It was one of those strange things. I had been here at AFN Shape about 2 weeks, and the station manager, Mr. Kelly, received a letter from my producer, Lou Van Riemenat. And Lou was looking for a male vocalist to do some material. I had spoken earlier that week with Dick Beecham about the fact that I have done some singing in the past. I participated in the Air Force talent contest programs and have sung professionally. And Mr. Kelly approached Dick, and Dick mentioned the fact to Hal that I had sung. So Hal came to me and he asked me to read the letter. I read it. And he asked me if I thought I could handle it. I said, I'll give it my best shot. Well, he sent a letter up to Lou Van Riemenat, and about 3 or 4 days later, I got a phone call. Spoke with Lou for about 5 minutes. 2 days later, I went up to where he lives in Contic. We sat down for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, talked over some music material. And two days later, which was a Friday evening, we were in the recording studio, laid the music tracks, and we went back that following Tuesday and did the vocals.
And this was in Brussels or in the northern part of Belgium, or where?
It's in the northern part of Belgium. It's about 10 kilometers before Antwerp.
How long did it take to cut this particular one that we're going to hear?
All right, this particular record, we went into the studio on Friday night at 7 o'clock, and we were there until 3:30 in the morning. Working on the music tracks. He brought in some of the best musicians I've ever heard. They're all Belgian musicians, and they're fantastic. The following Tuesday, we went back to do the vocals, and we went into the studio at 7, and we came out of the studio about 4:30 in the morning.
Now, this is a record that is this style that is going over in the discos right now in the States called rapping. Had you had any experience doing this sort of thing?
Never. I'd never done a rapping song before. The original, the basis for this song is a song done by Louis Jordan back in 1947. And what Lou did is he had his arranger update the tempo and music. The words were basically the same. And we went in and we cut it for a disco-type beat and a disco-type sound.
And like this one that was on the charts a couple of months ago, Rapper's Delight, this is spoken more than sung, actually, at least your part in it.
Right.
Let's listen to it. This is the studio musicians you were talking about go under the name on this one of the Amalgamated First National Bank. Is that it?
Amalgamated First National Bank. That was Lou's idea.
And AFN's very own Ken Washington. Here's Saturday Night Fish Fry.
Now, if you ever been down to New Orleans, and you can understand just what I mean. All through the week, it's quiet as a mouse, but on Saturday night, they go from house to house. You don't have to pay any admission if you're a cook, a waiter, or a good musician. So if you happen to be passing by, stopping at the Saturday Night Fish Fry. There was a rockin'. You never see such rockin' around the shop until the break of dawn. Now my buddy and me was on the main stem, fooling around, just me and him. We decided we could use a little something to eat, so we went to a house on Rampart Street. We knocked on the door and it opened with ease, and the last little miss said, "Come in, please." Before we could even bat an eye, we were right in the middle of a big fish fry. There was a rockin'. You never see such rockin' around the shop until the break of dawn. Now my buddy and me, we fell right in. We hollered, "Let the joy begin." We figured this was a good place to play, cause the party was already underway. But all of a sudden, the lights went low, and everybody made straight for the front door. I was so scared, didn't know where to go. I stood right there, then I fell on the floor. There was a rockin'. There was a rockin'. You never see such rockin' in the shop until the break of dawn. Now the women were screaming, jumping and yelling. The bottles was flying, the fish was smelling. And way above all the noise they made, somebody hollered, better get out of here. This is a raid. I didn't know we were breaking the law. Somebody reached up and hit me on my jaw. They had us blocked off from the front to the back, and they put them in the wagon like potato sacks. It was a rocket. It was a rocket. You never seen such casting out of shadows till the break of dawn. I knew I could get away if I had a chance, but I was shaking like I had the safe fighter stance. Now I tried to crawl under the bathtub when the policeman said, where you going there, boss? Now they got us out of there like a house of fire. Put us all in that Black Mariah. Now they might have missed a pitiful few, but they got both me and my buddy too. It was a rocket. It was a rocket. You never seen such casting out of shadows till the break of dawn. We headed for jail in a dazed condition. They booked each one of us on suspicion. Now my chick came down and wet my bail. Finally got me out of that rotten jail. Now if you ever want to get a fist in your eye, just mention a Saturday night fish fry. I don't care how many fish in the sea. Don't ever mention a fish to me. It was a rocket. It was a rocket. You never seen such casting out of shadows till the break of dawn.
The Saturday Night Fish Fry by Air Force Sergeant Ken Washington of AFN Shape. Which show do you do here locally?
I do the road show. That's 12:15 to 1:35, Monday through Friday.
Oh, I'm your opening act then on the radio or
Yes.
something. Whatever. Anyway, have you heard this thing? You said this is in the stores, I believe, in some areas now.
Yeah, the record was released about, it's been out close to a month now. It was released in the northern part of Belgium first, around the Antwerp-Brussels area. It should be working its way down here. My producer went to the States on the 7th of April to promote it in New York, and he was supposed to stay there for 4 days and then go to California, Los Angeles, and promote it out there. And he should be back soon.
Where would you like to see this thing carry you in the best of all possible worlds?
It's, right now, I'm just trying to keep my feet on the ground, because I realize, you know, there are hundreds of possibilities. It would be nice to see it hit the charts. I would enjoy that. It would be encouragement for me to cut another record. In fact, we have another single that we'll probably cut after my producer gets back from the States. And we'll see what happens from there. It's a whole new experience for me. I've done stage singing. I've never done a record before. I've noticed I've had to change my way of thinking about a lot of things. So recently, I went up to a place in Belgium called Virla. My producer called me up that morning and informed me that he wanted me to meet this producer of a Belgian television show. As it stands right now, I am scheduled to appear on 1 or 2 Belgian television programs. I don't know which ones they are, but it will be in connection with the record. As soon as my producer gets back and talks with the producer, we're going to work out the details and the whole 9 yards. And the night I went up there, I was exposed to a lot of people in the entertainment business here in Belgium. And it was a phenomenon for me because I was not only asking for autographs, people were asking me for autographs. It's a whole different thing, you know. You become more aware that you're in the public eye. You have to carry yourself a certain way. People expect a certain thing from you, but at the same time, you still have to be yourself.
Well, let's hope it snowballs for you. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Our guest is Ken Washington of AFN Shape, Air Force Sergeant Ken Washington, and his record you heard, Saturday Night Fish Fry. And as AFN Today continues, from Shape, I'm Bill Swisher.
Yeah, the round cats, and I'll tell you a story about how to become an all-American boy. Buy your guitar and put it in tune. You be rocking and rolling soon. Impressing the girls, picking hot mix, and all that jazz. I bought me a guitar a year ago, learned how to
been down to New Orleans and you can understand this is what I mean. All through the week, it's wild as a mouse, but on Saturday night they go from house to house. You don't have to pay any admission if you're a cook, a waiter, or a good musician. To help you happen to be passing by, stopping at the Saturday night to was on the main stem, fooling around, just me and him. We decided we could use a little something to eat, so we went to a house on Rampart Street. We knocked on the door and it opened with ease, and the left little nigga said, "Come in, please." Before we came, we bat an eye. We were right in the middle of a big style. Now my buddy and me just fell right in. We hollered, let the joy begin. We figured this was a good place to play, cause the party was already underway. But all of a sudden, the lights was low. Now the women were screaming, jumping and yelling, the bottles were flying, the fish was smelling, and way above all the noise they made, somebody hollered, "Better get out of here, this is a raid." I didn't know we were breaking the law, somebody reached up and hit me on my jaw. They had us knocked off from the front to the back, and they put them in the back of the potato sack. I knew I could get away if I had a chance, but I was shaking like I had the same by the stand. Now I tried to crawl under the bathtub when a policeman said, "Where you going there, boss?" Now they got us out of there like a house afire. Put us all in that black Messiah. Now they might have missed a beautiful few, but they got both me and my buddy too. We headed for jail in a deadly condition. They both each one of us on suspicion. Now my chick came down and wet my bail. Finally got me out of that rotten jail. Man, you ever want to get I don't care how many people you see. Don't ever mention a fish to me.